What is up, everybody? Thank you for coming to my video. It's Wednesday, so you know we're about to drop a banger about waking up, because that's what the title insists. Wake Up Wednesday. So what we're gonna talk about today is something that I've actually been working on myself. It is intentional growth versus accidental growth. And with intention, as the name insists, is you striving. Your purpose for the day is getting better. With intention means that you are consciously trying to do something better. And what accidental growth is, which a lot of people do, I don't know why, is whenever you're just sitting there and you're expecting somebody to just hand you this success, hand you a better job, hand you these sponsorships. And honestly, if you're thinking like that, then you really don't deserve it. And I've been there at one point, and 2 years pass, 3 years pass, nothing has moved. And that's because you're sitting here expecting a miracle when that's not going to happen unless you put the intention behind it to get a miracle. So I'm gonna cover with you a couple of tips and what you can do to intentionally grow. My first thing I could tell you, acknowledge where you're at. So, this is just a personal example for me. Like, I work in a warehouse, I live in an apartment, my car's almost paid off, and I acknowledge like my mental state, even that, like stuff like that right now. And what I do is I set these goals, which is step number 2. You set a plan, concrete plan, you sit down and write it out, things you need to accomplish each week. And a big thing I do, I don't have an actual plan, but I write out checklists every day, and it's on I have this whiteboard in my room. I'll go do a little, or
I have no idea what I'm doing.
Pretty much, I have a checklist in my room, and every day I write out 4 to 6 things I need to do for that day. And what that does is it lets me see something I need to do every day. And usually I'm not gonna feel fulfilled unless I finish that whole list. So it kind of gives you a little bit of drive behind what you're doing, because you see the things you need to do and what you keep putting off to do, when really those are on the board for a reason, and you put them on there because you want to grow in those areas, and there's stuff that you usually don't do. Small goal, big goal, anything that you can do that's out of the ordinary, a lot of the time it's just stuff that you usually wouldn't do, but you needed something concrete written down to remind you to do it. You need to do that. So step 3 is you have your plan. Oh, whatever will I do? You need to go do every little thing on that checklist. You need to do it until your bones are poking out your fingers. And you wouldn't believe how great you feel. Each time you wake up, you're not sitting there and you don't wake up feeling like, dang, I don't have any control of what's going on in my life. Like, man, like, I'm stuck in this warehouse. Like, I'm expecting my boss to just give me a raise, or I'm expecting somebody from the gym to just throw me the money to be the best athlete in the world, or something like that. The percent of that happening is so low that you should, like, I'm a very hopeful person, but that's something you probably just need to hang up the dreams of, because I can tell you an even better vision that you will love so much more than that. And that is going and doing what you want to do. You're not waiting for somebody else to decide your success. You are deciding your own success, your own path, your own destination. If you put it in your own hands, you would be surprised what you can do. The best advice I could give to somebody with intentional growth is don't take the small things for granted. Like, a big example for me, this is for the mental aspect of what I'm trying to do, is every morning I wake up and I take a cold shower, or I take a cold shower every day. Sometimes it's not the morning, sometimes it's at night. But whenever you take that cold shower, it's extremely hard. Like, you literally have to like sit there and be like, oh God, it's gonna be like a glacier in there. Oh no. And you go into that shower, and yeah, it's pretty terrible for a good 4 to 5 minutes, but you get out And you feel like you conquered something for that day. You defeated a challenge, and it feels dang good. That was my intentional growth. I started doing that because it put me into a mindset where I did this. Not a lot of people can do this. Why can't I go and do these little things that other people won't do? And that's what's going to decide if you're great or you're just good. And chances are, if you're watching this video, you want to be great. And I'm glad you're here, because I do too. With intention comes great promise. And best advice I could give you is just every day have a plan for what you do. Don't go into it blind. It's just like a workout. It's just like building a home. I don't know. You don't want to just go in there and wing it and come out with this terrible foundation, these like ideas that you didn't really want, you just kind of thought of on the fly. You don't want to work out and just throw something together every day, or else you have nothing to look forward to. Set your goal, and then set the goals that are in your plan to go get your big goal. And that is what intentional growth is. Don't just wait for something to happen, because honestly, the people who do that are probably sitting at their 9 to 5, and they didn't do anything with their life because they expected that they were special enough for something to just fall in their lap, when really they could have done something 20 years ago and they could have been huge. Because a lot of people just don't believe in themselves enough, and you got to. Anybody can conquer anything. It's just a matter of how bad you want it. Thank you for watching the video. I appreciate everybody for watching this Wake Up Wednesday. As always, I love throwing this out here. I want to motivate you. I want you to be better than you were before watching this video, because that's what I want. Keep striving for greatness, and chances are you're going to get it. Far more. Deuces, and stay beautiful, baby. Come on. I'm right here.